Welcome back, friends. It's Michael the Broke Painter again. Got something a little bit different today. We're going to try it. This is the first time for me. We're going to see if this works. I don't know. It may not even work. But here's the problem. This is a painting that I did probably a couple of months ago. It's Bob Ross's Rowboat on the Beach. And the rowboat turned out pretty good. And I like the painting. And I made the frame for it to go in. But you can see our problem. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a scratch. A little bit right there too. Not sure what happened. Maybe where I store them. Maybe another painting scuffed it or something. So we're going to try and see if we can fix that today. Make it look halfway decent. So like I said, this is dry. This is all oil paint. There was no acrylic underneath. And so we should be able to, if we can match these colors. It's going to be difficult because the liquid white that was put on the sky, it's all dry now. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. But we're going to see what we can do. This will be a first for me. Maybe it'll help somebody else out too. So we'll get the camera set up. Try to mix a little bit of paint, see what's going on. Well, I tell you what, I'm not sure exactly what colors was used for this. I'm thinking black, phthalo green, maybe a little bit of yellow, maybe a little bit of phthalo blue. Well, if I could get that to just rub out, I would, but it is dry, and it is not going to rub out. So let's mix up a little bit of yellow and, I don't know, a little bit of yellow, touch of phthalo blue, touch of phthalo green. I'll tell you right now, we're going to need white. So excuse me while I dig through my paint, and we'll get some white on here. Good old gambling 1980 titanium white. So let's see this again. See how this works again. Sorry for moving you around too much. All right, a little bit of white. That's looking more the color we had. One thing you would not want to do is just take thinner and try to blend this, and because that's gonna make it run. So we're just gonna tap some of that into the brush, and let's see what happens. Worst thing we can do is ruin it. To me, with that big scratch in it, it's already ruined. Is that working? I think it is working a little bit. Let's get a little bit more paint. Put some paint on the brush. Yeah, I think that is working. Let's get a little bit more of that, a little bit more of that mixed together. I don't think I just got quite enough. Paint on the brush. Yeah, making it a little bit more blue. That was the wrong color. Let's try some of this. And we'll just take it on. Look at that. Got it on the frame. I'll get that off. That's looking pretty good so far, I think. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to take a blender brush. I got all my brushes in this box. We're going to use a secret weapon. That, folks, is our secret weapon. This thing is so soft. We're just going to blend. Trying not to go over my birds there. Sorry, trying to keep you in the frame there. Is that looking like it fixed it maybe? Yeah. But you could definitely tell I went just a little bit of white. Because we don't have the liquid white that's naturally gonna dilute the bottom down, we're gonna take a little bit of white and put down here. And that'll make it lighter down here at the bottom. I think that's all right. Them birds look okay. We put them birds back in. Is that looking pretty good? I think that's looking pretty good. I'll tell you what. Now, the next thing is fixing this spot right here. This little spot. So what we're going to need is, we're going to need some, the first thing we're going to need to do is clean off our knife. We're going to take a little black, a little blue, and some white. And we're trying to match this color that's in the sky. It's very hard to match colors after the fact. When you're working at home and you're mixing up a big pile of paint, if you're like me, you always want to mix just a little bit because you might think, well, I'll use that for something else. But I'll tell you, if you're going to do a big sky and you're going to have a lot of paint in it, mix up a big pile, because what happens is you'll mix this pile up in this flavor. The next pile you might mix might be darker. So use plenty and make sure you've got extra if you're doing a bigger scenery or something like that. Make sure that's what you're going to do. Now, we're going to get another brush. Tap it in there. And let's see what we got. Boy, that is dark. That is dark. That's too dark. Way too dark. So, we're just going to take this white, that's a lot lighter. Just wipe this on a paper towel. Doesn't matter. That's a lot lighter. Let's see what happens. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to keep you in frame. I promise I am. Whatever we're doing on that side, we're going to do on this side too. And we're going to say, you know what? I made it that way. I planned it that way. Soft blender brush. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go back to our secret weapon. This thing is so soft and it will move paint. Same thing, we're going to go into a little bit of white. Because this right here should be lighter, maybe. I don't know. What do you think? Does it look like Bob's? No, because we had to go back and fix it. Bob's had a bigger halo around, right around in here. Ours was back a little bit darker, but hey, we got the big scratch out of it. Everything still looks okay. And I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll take a little bit of this blender and right up in here. We're going to blender that. That little bit of white that's on it. I don't want to lose too much of that halo, but somewhere there's a sky that looks just like that. Halo behind the sun, and there's some clouds that look like they're moving in right here. Now, you could keep piddling and fiddle and piddle until you ruin a painting. We're going to stop right there. What we're going to do is very so carefully. Let's see, I got paint on the frame right here. Let's just rub it. Yep, I got paint on this side too. Well, folks, we learned together. Sometimes you could fix a painting, and if you didn't know it, you wouldn't even really tell it was done that way. So I'm going to leave the birds like they are. I think they're fine for the distance. A little hair right there. As far as the distance, maybe they wouldn't be quite so bright. So we're going to leave it like that. Hope that helps you out, maybe, folks. A lot of things can be fixed. Don't just trash them or throw them away because you think they may not be able to be fixed. Try it. Try something. The worst it's going to do is it's going to be ruined anyway, and then you can throw it away. But give something a try. Hope this helps you. Happy painting. Have a great day, guys.